Okay, y'all, as usual, it cut off. It must be setting on the camera because my other camera does not do this when I do Bible studies, which is probably important because I ramble on there as much as I do here. But that's more important, rambling. Because this is so kind of peachy looking to me, I'm going back in here to Peace and Love. These are such much better names than half the names out there. They're so sex driven. And I'm just going to kind of blend that edge right there again. Because I feel like I got a little too peachy. This is kind of more of a beige. We'll see. We'll blend it out. Okay. So now I'm going to use a shader. This is an E45 and it's a pointed brush. So you can see I'm going to use Hope, and that's this kind of taupey color here. Taupe is like a brown gray, and I feel like that'll kind of go with what I'm wearing today. I'm going to just go straight through the crease and then look up, and what that does is it makes the skin really grab the brush. I'm getting kind of poochy right here, so I've gotten to where I really kind of focus right there. And then I do my circle. You don't lift up the end, you just do a circle, and look how that deposits color there. And then I just kind of round this out, getting all the edges off, and blend that back out again. Coming out, in, out, in. It's just adding color to this outer area. Again, I'm rolling it in the pan because it's a tapered brush. Just kind of common sense. Alright, putting down always on the outer area because the most drop is when you first put it down, and then go enter, and I'm looking up so that the skin is literally grabbing the brush. Kind of keeps the color in the crease. Okay, and I'm going to round it out without lifting the tip, and that just deposits more of that brown color. And then I'm going to literally, I'm turning this so I can get the other side of the brush and just going out, in, and it's just kind of turning the brush and cleaning it off of all the other brown and blending that back out where I just deposited. Did I get enough right there? It never sticks good right there, so I always have to come back to that side. That's where I have that scar. And as one of you wonderful people pointed out, scar tissue skin is different, and that may be why it's not taking the color. Okay, and then I'm going to use this Hope color. Again, it's a dark brown. And go literally not under, I'm going through the lashes. I don't know if you can see that. Right through them, like there's my lashes. I'm going to go straight through them. Not trying to go under them, I'm trying to go through them. I want to reinforce right at the base of the lashes where the pores are. Make sure you're careful here. I go slow so I don't go in my eye. I won't say I never have. And the other thing about this color, Hope, is it will be a great color to go through my lash. My brow, I mean. Because look, it's the same color as my brow. So that's a great brow color, and that's why I did not want to use a wax product. Sometimes when you use a wax eyebrow product, it takes the hairs out, gets rid of them. There we go. Starting down, go up in little wispy motions. Wispy motions. I'm just making sure I got the high point right there down. And that's my brow. I gotta fix the front of it. It's a little too dark, but again, I'm using this color right here, Hope. Tapping it off real good, getting my bang out of the way. And it's always hard to do this on camera, y'all. I'll just tell you. Always reinforce the underside first. I'm gonna flick it off and kind of just let it go so that it'll have like a little tail. And then go up through where that would have come up, which is usually right about there. Just kind of with your eye from the tail go up, which would be right there. Give yourself a little spot and then just kind of build over to that from the top. Like that. Go through those little hairs. And then bring it back down a couple of times. Bree wants me to play ball so bad, y'all. Right now I'm going to turn it straight up and down and just go straight through the brow to give me a front from the down up to kind of rebuild the front of the brow. This one never does quite the same, y'all. And I'll tell you why. It's lower. This brow is actually lower on me. I never can get it quite right. I feel like. And then I almost feel like I overcompensate and I get it too high. Okay, so that's that. Now, to make it look a little more natural, because I have just like built brows, use a spoolie brush that you can use. You can use the spoolie brush for so many things. That's why you see this in the makeup tools section. You can use it to get things like that, little fuzzes out of your eyelashes. So always keep one handy when you're getting ready. I just keep it in my little makeup holder. I've got so many of those sitting around, it's pathetic. Look at this. 2 here. 1 big one here. Look, that's the one I show you that I got from Shop Glitzy Glam. They put my initials on it for me. There's more. I'm not even getting them all. It's ridiculous. And then, of course, the brushes from It Cosmetics that I never use because they're too pretty. Okay, so what was I doing? I'm brushing through the brow. So first of all, I'm making sure I get all the little fuzzes off because these do catch fuzz. But that's why it's also good. Just always keep them clean of fuzz. But that's another reason why it's good to use to get a fuzz out of your eye. Like, if you ever felt like you have a fuzz in your eyelashes and it's irritating your eye and you just need to get it off of your eyelashes, so you can just brush this through your lashes and all of a sudden you'll see this little hair or this little fuzz. It just came from the air, whether it's a little animal that you have in the house or just fuzzes in the air from clothing or you know, textiles in the house like blankets and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to brush through the brow to kind of give it a more natural look. So brush up. Always up at the base. Don't brush all the way through. Up and let go. Up and let go. And then on the end, always brush one through, straight down. And then go back, up, and almost pushing over that way, the opposite direction. Bree, Bree. I got a little bit of fallout here. Okay. That was a very yellowy peach, so I am going to have to go back through and correct that. Up, let off. Up, let off. Up, let off. I'll tell you what happens if you don't let off. If you brush all the way through, y'all, you'll have marks right above your brow. And down. And then back up, and towards the nose. And see that just got rid of the lines. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to have to do a lot of blending. This color is, this Joy color, I think that is blush and bronzer and face highlighter here. I think this was for the face that I used. And it is very, as you can see, peachy. So that should have been a blush. And then not only that, I added honesty to it. So it's super, yeah, I think this was a face color. So one of the best things you can do to really knock that out is let's use some of that kindness, which is white. And just get that on the front end to kind of knock out that color. Do you see the difference? Right away you can see the difference. And then I'm going to roll that and just get some of that color off. Same here. Yep. That was just too... I mean, you can mix facial colors, y'all. There's nothing wrong with adding a face color in. I just overdid it, I think, because I'm all excited about this palette. I really do like this palette. And I'm brushing through right there to kind of blend these lines together. Rolling backwards here to kind of get that edge so we don't have lines. Again, there and there. We're just going to try to get rid of that. Okay. I feel like it did. Okay. I'm happier with it. Where's my cloth? Now I really do need my cloth. So let's see if I can use my monkey feet and grab it. I did. I used my feet. I know you're thinking, that's gross. Okay, so again, I'm swirling this around like that and like that just to get the powder off before I put it up because I'm not washing today. I will wash at the end of the week. And again, this is just a makeup towel. You don't have to get one that says makeup on it. You can just go to the dollar store and get black wash rags. I get black just so that my makeup doesn't show up as bad. And here I'm also going to use the sides of my hands and then wipe them off just to make sure I got those edges real good. Same thing here, I think I'll do. Also, I'm kind of feeling like I need to blend a little better. Yeah. It's the concealer, y'all. I feel like the concealer's just too heavy. It's too much. I'm going to go back to wearing my Rimmel. It's more liquidy, and it doesn't look so creamy. Like, literally, as you sweat, you can see it's going to come off. And it does come off. Okay. Now, some people say, well, Beth, if you'll just set it with powder. Here's what happens when you're older. Those of you who are younger saying that sounds really great. When you set with powder, even the finest powder, I've used Charlotte Tilbury, which is one of the most finest milled powders. Another really good one is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Press Powder. This is the little sample one that I use. I'll show you what it does. You bet it sets it, but powder on an older woman's face really doesn't look good, y'all. It's just too much. So I'm not going to go under the eyes, but I will go into the center. This comes again with a sponge applicator. And I'm literally going to powder either side of the nose like that and the nose itself and come up through here. Now it looks white, but it won't. It's not white powder. It's translucent powder. And all I'm really doing is setting the makeup. And you're pushing it into the skin, and the powder is just setting it. If you'll notice, as I go back over it, it now has no color whatsoever. I'm not going to do under the eyes. It just looks so crepey, y'all. I know I probably will, though. I always do end up doing it, and then I regret it every single time. Let's do it. No. Should I? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to. So I did. I don't know if that helped or not. Okay. I need coffee. All right, so what did